So final video review for this week is for my paperback read, which was Lightning Strikes by Sellars. For any of you that didn't see the introduction video, this is just a quick look at what the book looks like, and you can still get the introduction video on my YouTube channel or on my blog. It's still about, but it's just a quick look for you to see. And if you want to check out my Goodreads review, I did just post that the other day. So if you're on YouTube, there's a link in the description below. And if you're on Facebook or on my blog, then there is a link within the post. And this is the video review. And I loved this so much. Like, I cannot tell you how much I loved this. So Lightning Strikes by Sellars. Oh my God, why did I wait so long to read this? It was so perfect. It's the story of Parker and her marriage of 10 years. It's gone horribly wrong after she found her partner cheating, and so she's basically having to pick up all the pieces and move on with her life. So she heads out to celebrate her divorce with her friends at a club, and she meets Sydney, and they have this moment, but Parker's not emotionally ready for anything, not even a one night, so she kind of runs away. And when she moves into her new home, their paths cross again, because she discovers that her and Sydney are now neighbours, and they're the only two in this apartment block for the whole story basically. And Sydney and Parker, they really can't deny that they've got some sort of attraction to one another, and one of Sydney's past demons turns up to haunt her, and it's Parker who is there to sort of help her out of the sticky situation. So they naturally bond over that and become a bit closer. But despite Parker's assistance, obviously these past demons will not leave Sydney alone, and whilst they're trying to build their relationship, these demons sort of start to threaten everything. So as a romance, this was so wildly romantic. It was filled with such passion, and it was so beautiful. Parker and Sid, they really were just destined for one another, and it was totally, as the title suggests, the lightning strike, and it woke them both up, if you like. It just struck at the right moment. They got that connection, they got that meeting. It was almost like destiny, fate. It was amazing. Parker needed Sid despite having hesitations and insecurities about her past, and Parker was just what Sid needed to change the way she's been, and to reevaluate her life before things got completely beyond her control and out of hand. So I adored the whole premise of the story, of them both sort of thinking they didn't need each other, but they really did, and it took some sort of push for them to see that, but it was a really sort of dangerous push as well in some respects. So I really, like I say, adored the whole premise of the story, how they met, how they fell in love, and how they loved each other in really what was really unconditional sort of way. They were really two souls that were just, they were destined to be one, and they were so complete. They just, Sid and Parker just had this connection. They just got one another. Like, literally, it was like, you know, when you just meet someone, you just know you're going to like them. You just know they're like a person that you're going to connect with on like a more intimate level. They had that from that very first moment in the club, even though Parker ran, and then they had that when they realised they were going to be neighbours, and I loved that. But I also adored the underlying demons that Cass brought with this story. They were unique, unpredictable, and I hadn't expected them at all. Like, I didn't even expect it to go the way it did go, and at times I was completely terrified, because I genuinely had no idea when these dangers were gonna present themselves. Like, literally, they were that unpredictable. You could just be like reading a chapter, and then bam, you know, you're like, oh, like, wow, like, you know, you had no idea when they were going to crop up. And it was a bit like a thunderstorm, I suppose. You know, when you sit there waiting for the next rumble of thunder and the next flash of lightning, and it doesn't come when you've timed it and think it does, and then suddenly it's like right over your head, and it just goes like crack, and you're just like, and it frightens the life out of you. Yeah, it was that experience. It was definitely that experience. And I just loved that, you know, they appeared in many different and clever forms as well. These dangers were lurking, and you just couldn't have predicted the effects they were going to have either. You couldn't predict when they were going to happen, what exactly might happen, and what effect they were going to have on the relationship or Parker or Sid individually. So it was great in that unpredictable drama. I love it. But it brought all the drama and excitement for the story, and it really secured my love of the story, because it wasn't the usual drama hang-ups of falling in love. It really was something that stood in the way that was genuinely beyond Sid and Parker's control. Like, they had no control over this thing standing in their way. It wasn't their own insecurities and vulnerabilities. It was literally something, a force that they genuinely could not control. So I absolutely love this. It was my very first Cass Sellars book. It won't be my last. This series, wow, I can't wait to read the next book. I'm so glad I already have it, and I can't wait to read any more in the series as well. Like, it's brilliant. I absolutely love it. It had romance, mystery, crime, and a great butch femme dynamic as well. So if that's something you like, this is definitely ticking that box for you. And it melted me. This whole book melted me. That whole dynamic between those two characters and their story, it was just amazing, and I highly recommend it. It's a really, really amazing story. I could go on about it for ages, but then I would give away too much of the story for you. It's one of those very complex stories that if I say too much, I'm going to give you too many spoilers. So you have to read it for yourself, and I'm sure when you do, you're going to totally get what I'm saying about falling in love with the whole book. Like, the characters, the book, the story, everything. Like, oh, it's to die for. I absolutely love it. So I'll pop a link in the description so you can go and grab a copy of Lightning Strikes by Cass Sellars, which I hope you will. If you've read Lightning Strikes by Cass Sellars, it would be really great to hear your thoughts. So get involved, comment below, let me know how you found the book. I really want to know how you found the book. I do. I really want to talk about this one, so come get involved. Come tell me everything you found and loved about it. If you haven't read it yet, but you're planning to read it, it's on your to be read list, or you are now really interested in reading Lightning Strikes, then again, it would be great to hear from you. Please comment below and let us know. And if you do read it, I really, really hope you love it. Bye!